is. What is that?
It's Professor Hulk.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Handing tacos to Ant-Man.
Is Michael Keaton going to be Batman again?
Not finalized yet, but that seems to be what they're going to do. And if they pull off what they're going to pull off, it'll be insane. They're going to combine everything in a 10-year span, but not just like individual movies that they're going to make, all the movies that they've ever made, like including the Keaton, including Bale, including, I mean, probably not Val Kilmer, but like, yeah, old characters will come back and it'll be this big, giant, like Avengers style crossover. Oh, Nicholson for sure. Well, he's so old now. Apparently, he's not doing too well.
Nicholson, he's got to have one foot on the banana peel and the other on the coffin at this point. And I love Jack Nicholson, and I don't mean to disparage him by saying that, but he's just old.
He's in his 80s. Yeah.
I feel like he'll never like lose it. I don't know.
No, he won't lose it. I'm just saying, like, while he's still alive.
But to have Michael Keaton reprise, and then we'll do the list. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw us off, but to have Michael Keaton reprise that and do that would be just such a mind fuck. It would be so great
because he's already a character in the
he's in the
Marvel
canon
and in Sony. Like he's the Vulture. He's a Spider-Man villain, so he's in everything. So if he's playing and they say that he's gonna kind of be like Samuel L. Jackson's character in the Marvel movies, where he kind of just pops in, fills in information, and then disappears. That's what Keaton's Batman will do. He'll pop in, he'll help out the hero, and then he'll disappear.
And I love all the Batman movies. I'm not a big like comic book fan, but I love the Batman movies. I love those. Those are timeless for me.
Me too, man. They're great.
I always loved Keaton, even though I'm a huge Christian Bale fan. Keaton was always my favorite.
Yeah.
But when Heath Ledger died, I was like, oh, that was it. They're not going to make whatever they do after this will never match up to that.
Yeah. Him as the Joker was absolutely spectacular.
It was compelling.
It was spellbinding.
I saw that movie 3 times in the theater.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3 times. Wow. There's only a few movies I've seen 3 times in the theater.
That's the only movie I've ever seen 3 times in the theater.
I've only seen Jurassic Park. I saw it 6 times. And then I saw in the theater. Every weekend it was like, can we go see Jurassic Park? It's like, let's go.
At the 309 Cinema?
309, the drive-in. I saw it down the shore with John. I saw it down the shore with my cousin later that summer. I just wanted to see that movie. And I saw, for whatever reason, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I think 3 times. But I think those 2 were it for movie theaters.
I saw Dumb and Dumber 3 times and Anchorman 3 times.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Perfect.
Funniest. Oh, you can.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. That's like comedy, like timeline stuff where, it changed the course of what they're going to do for the next sets of movies.
Oh, yeah.
Nail on the penis head, Bob.
Yes. Nail on the penis head. So, and one quick question before we get to this list. I can't help myself here. What was I'm feeling a bit emotional. What was the first movie that you guys saw that you cried?
Hoosiers.
Ooh.
Basketball movie starring Gene Hackman. Indiana basketball squad.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
But I didn't cry when they won. I cried when he got thrown out of the game, and I thought they fired him as coach. I was like, oh, no.
How old?
Like 7.
Who was like last week?
But I think like I was like 7. But when I was like, I remember 18 or 19, me and like 6 other guys went and saw Armageddon, and I cried at the end when Bruce Willis throws Affleck out of that pod and he
rips his
hand. Oh, hell yeah.
I love you. Ah.
That'll get you.
All right, what about you, Clark?
I don't remember the movie theater, but the first movie I ever cried at, I remember, was E.T. And we watched that when he's like saying goodbye and Elliot's tearing up. Elliot, by the way, what's the actor's name? Henry Thomas? He plays John Adams in Sons of Liberty. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
He's John Adams, and you're like, that's Elliot. And he's just like, Sam, you need to start, focusing more on your studies. I'm like, oh, you're the kid with the pizza in E.T. Like, I can't take you seriously. But he does a good job, but it's hilarious. Anyway, if you are going to the grocery store and you have a lot of items, you might want to bring a list. But if you're Bob and you like the presidents, you might also have a list. It was a really shitty setup.
Not going to serve you very well in the grocery store.
No. Wear a mask before Karen gets you.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Karens.
Yes, that's another fantastic point of our society in these days. Entitled middle-aged women.
Women who have just been walking on cotton balls their whole life.
Yep. Yeah.
Amen.
Like, I gotta teach Hannah like jujitsu or something. Like, she has to know that it can get ugly.
Well, I think we need to round up all
the blink of an eye.
I think we need to round up all the Karens and put them like on a baton death march.
Yes.
Like the Japanese army did with our soldiers. Just march across the country with very little food and water and make them feel what it is to not be so entitled.
And the last for the manager. And then you'll kill them.
Yes. And they have to grow their hair out too. I'm not putting up with those haircuts.
Yeah, the Rachel 94 haircut isn't doing it anymore.
No, I have an aversion to hair anyway, so
it's like another thing that this virus is weeding out. Like, it's weeding out the women who are just like not contributing. It's like, there's like all these other women like doing so much, and you are just like barnacles hanging on by a thread.
You're sitting there on your porch drinking coffee, looking for the next thing to bitch about.
Your barnacles. That's so true, John. There's so many things not working.
Yeah,
and you're like entitled still because you don't like a black guy running. I'm not a big fan of just filming people and like putting it online, but I am a huge fan of filming like Karens and stuff and putting it online because it's like your whole life, like John said, you're working on, cotton balls. Your issue is a non-issue, but because you're such a bitch, good for whoever posted that to like destroy you because you've probably been an asshole to so many people like your entire life.
Dude, like the girl at the dog park or whatever, the guy that was bird watching, this African-American man is spying on me or whatever. And her dog is like strangling. I'm like, you're hanging your dog. Like, she could have been actually in trouble and calling. I still would have been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you want to kill your dog while this black guy kills it too?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think also, too, she probably had some more deeper issues there than just being a Karen. I think there were some mental issues going on there, and hopefully she gets the help that she needs. But, yes. So,
right,
without getting...
I'm really excited.
All right, so tonight's list, Bob, what do we got on deck, Mr. Camouflage?
I'm going to ask you guys a few questions, and this pertains to all of the presidents in history, including our current one. So all 45 presidents, and it's going to be situational.